Alright, welcome back everybody to the finale of the Yukon Trail. And we made it to Dawson. Alright, I've got my game saved, so let's look around Dawson a little bit. There's the arcade. It's the same lady, same game. There's no difference at all. Let's see. We can't get to the... Alright, there's another photo shop. I don't want to go in there yet. And there's also the Dawson Saloon. And then there's an Outfitters here, which, not that you'd need it. But let's talk to a few of these people that are in the street here. You can talk to this lady.
Hello, neighbor. My name is Lucille Hunter. This is my husband, Charles, and our baby, Teslin.
How'd you get to Dawson?
We came over the Yukon Trail. It's an all-Canadian route.
Tell me more about the Yukon Trail.
We boarded a ship in Vancouver and came north to the Yukon River, about 200 miles southeast of Skagway and Dyea. The river was frozen already, so we dragged our sleds over the ice to the little town of Glenora.
Okay, what'd you do then?
We had been told that there would be trains and steamboats to take us to Dawson, but that was not true. We had to pull our sleds hundreds of miles over rough terrain in the middle of winter. We were lucky to make it to Dawson alive.
Wow, okay. What are you gonna do now?
We arrived here in February, several months before most of the stampeders. As a result, we were able to locate a claim on Bonanza Creek. It looks promising, so we are going to stay and work the claim.
Okay. See. Tell me about your baby.
She was born along the trail. We named her Teslin, after the lake of that name. We spent Christmas there before pushing on to Dawson.
Okay, cool. Alright, so that's all she has to say, so let's talk to this guy, and look who it is.
Hello, friend.
Who are you?
My name is Jack London. I'm a miner, like most everyone else, and I'm also a
It's
writer.
the writer, Jack London. He's in this game. Alright, how did you come to the Yukon?
I was drawn here by the prospect of striking it rich, of course. I packed over the Chilkoot Trail and arrived here last October. Most of the land had been claimed by the time I got here.
So what did you do?
I was able to stake a claim on Henderson Creek, a few miles outside of Dawson. It was winter by then, so I couldn't do any mining. My partners and I hibernated in our cabin until spring.
Have you struck it rich?
No, not yet. As luck would have it, I came down with scurvy. That's a common illness for miners like me whose entire diet consists of the 3 B's: bread, bacon, and beans.
Okay, what are you gonna do now?
My scurvy is bad. I need to get treatment on the outside. Some friends and I are going to float down the Yukon to St. Michael and return to California.
Okay, I see. I'd like to find a good claim. Do you have any advice?
Well, my friend, there are riches all around you. Not all of them glitter like gold. Live life to the fullest, and you will die a millionaire. As for myself, I plan to write a book about all the marvelous experiences I've had here.
Okay, so that's neat advice. Alright, so we got this lady here. It's exactly the same. If you talk to her, she'll give you a newspaper, and she'll ask if you've been updating your journal, and if you want to, you can spend a day, give it to her, but we don't have a day. We definitely want to stake a claim today. Let's go in. Alright, we don't need to go in Outfitters. This is the claim map here. Whenever we get ready to start digging for gold, we'll go here, we'll look at the claim map, and we'll pick a spot to test out. Let's go in the... Let's go in the saloon first. Alright, so let's talk to this lady.
Welcome to Dawson City, my friend.
Okay, who are you?
I'm Belinda Maroney. I own this restaurant, and I have just opened the luxurious Fairview Hotel.
How'd you come to the Yukon in the first place?
I was working on a ship that had ports of call on the coast of Alaska. I heard about the gold strike in the spring of 1897, several months before word reached the outside.
Okay, what'd you do when you heard the news?
I sold everything I owned and bought hot water bottles and cotton goods. Then I came up to Dawson and sold out at a 600% profit. I used that money to open my restaurant.
Okay, what else have you done?
I built houses for the Stampeders. When I arrived in Dawson, there was no place for the newcomers to stay, and lumber was scarce as hen's teeth. How are we going to shelter those people, I said.
So what'd you do?
I started buying up all the small boats and rafts that were arriving, hired a crew of young fellows, and had them build cabins. I wasn't thinking of the money I'd make. We just had to shelter people, like you.
Okay. What are you gonna do now?
I need to get the finest possible furnishings for the Fairview Hotel. I'm having chandeliers and brass beds hauled in over the Chilkoot Trail. After that, who knows? I shall think of something else to provide for the Stampeders.
Okay. Let's see. I'd like to find a good claim. Do you have any advice?
I look for claims in a roundabout way. I listen in on conversations of miners in my hotel and restaurant. When I hear of a good claim, I buy it. Of course, a good claim costs several $1,000s.
Alright. This is One-Eyed Jack again. Same game, same dialogue, so won't worry about him. I don't think there's anything to click on here. So we'll talk to this girl here.
Welcome to Dawson City, my friend.
Okay.
I'm Cad Wilson, the highest paid entertainer west of the Mississippi.
Okay, why'd you decide to come to Dawson City?
This is where the action is. In addition, I know and love the Yukon. I came over the Chilkoot Pass in 1894 on a photographic expedition. I've written some essays about how the gold rush has changed the area.
Okay, what do you do?
I sing, I dance, and I generally charm the gold right out of miners' pockets.
Okay. Nice talking to you. Alright, so when we go outside, the people are gonna... Well, no, they're the same. Okay, never mind. Let's go in the photo studio. I'll just show this off. You can talk to this lady again. She'll just tell you these are photos from the trail. And you can have a look at them if you want to. Let's go back outside. Alright, okay, see, there's a new set of people here. Let's talk... I believe these are the Carmacks, and we're going to want to talk to them. So let's talk to Mr. Carmack.
Hi, Chichaco. Welcome to Dawson City.
Okay, who are you?
I'm George Carmack. I found the gold that started the gold rush. The date was August 16th, 1896. Now I'm one of the richest men in Dawson City.
Okay. How'd you come to the Yukon in the first place?
I came up here from California about 20 years ago. I wasn't looking for gold. I was just a fisherman who liked the wide open spaces. Before the gold rush, the Klondike River was known as the best salmon stream in the Yukon.
Okay, tell me how you found the gold.
One day I had a dream that there was some really good fishing on a particular stretch of the Klondike. So I went there with my wife and some friends. We ran into a man named Henderson. He told me he had made a strike nearby.
Okay, what happened next?
Oh, Henderson said something that insulted me. He invited me to file claim next to his, but he said that he didn't want to share the fine with any of my friends.
Why not?
My wife and friends are Indian, and I guess Henderson didn't like that. Anyway, we moved on a ways and did some prospecting on another stream. It was called Rabbit Creek at the time, but it came to be known as Bonanza.
And that's where you struck it rich?
Yes, as I was walking along the creek, I noticed a nugget the size of my thumb. I felt as if I had just dealt myself a royal flush in the game of life, and the whole world was the jackpot.
Okay, so what happened to Henderson?
Well, I told a lot of other folks that they should stake a claim near mine, but somehow I forgot to tell Henderson. His own claim was very good, but it was nothing like mine.
Okay, let's see. What are you gonna do now?
I think my wife Kate and I might go outside to Seattle and celebrate a little.
Okay, so that's all he has to say. Let's see. What do you mean by
Oh, that's just a friendly term that we sourdoughs use to describe stampeders like yourself. It's an Indian word that means newcomer.
Okay, so he had he had a few other things to say.
Sourdough is a nickname for miners who have been here a long time. It refers to the way we make bread. We use fermented dough instead of yeast.
Okay. I'd like to find a good claim. Do you have any advice?
With all the folks who are here now, it's hard to find a good new claim. Your best bet is to get a claim that's as close as possible to where other folks have found gold.
Okay. Where might that be?
Well, the claim I made is on Bonanza Creek. Be sure to stay as close as you can to the creek bed, and whatever you do, stay away from Chichaco Hill.
Oh, okay. What's wrong with Chichaco Hill?
It's high above the creek bed. Any sourdough can tell you that gold sinks down into the creeks. It never rises up into the hills. Only an ignorant Chichaco would waste time digging up a hillside.
Okay. Alright, so let's see what she has to say.
Hello. My name is Kate Carmack. I was with my husband George and my brother Skookum Jim when they made the gold discovery that started the stampede.
Alright, how'd you come to the Yukon?
I am of the Tagish people. This is our homeland. We have been here forever.
Okay. How did they find the gold?
Well, the answer depends on who you talk to. Each man claims to have made the discovery himself, but who cares? We all have plenty of gold now.
Okay, what are you gonna do now?
I have heard much about the outside. I want to go see it for myself.
Okay. I want to find a good claim. Do you have any advice?
You'll probably need to travel several miles from Dawson to find a place to prospect. Make sure you take along plenty of food.
Okay. So let's talk to this fellow back here.
Hello. Would you like to hear the story of the big strike?
Sure. Who are you?
I'm Skookum Jim. Along with my friend George Carmack and my sister Kate, I made the gold discovery that started the stampede.
Okay. How'd you find the gold?
We were at Rabbit Creek, fishing and cutting trees to sell for timber. A few days earlier, I had done some panning there and got some nice color.
Okay, what happened next?
I'd shot a moose. After dressing it out, I went to wash up some pans in the creek. Next thing I knew, one of the pans had $4 worth of gold in it.
Okay, so what are you gonna do now?
I'm going to the outside, Seattle maybe, and live like a king.
Okay. What does skookum mean?
It means strong. I got the nickname when I carried a load of 156 pounds over the Chilkoot Pass. No one had ever carried such a heavy load. I'm also known as the best hunter and trapper on the Yukon River.
Okay. I'd like to find a good claim. Do you have any advice?
There were already a lot of sourdoughs in the Yukon when I made the big strike. They got the good claims long before you got here.
You think it's hopeless?
No. The Yukon is a big place. The more you explore, the better chance you'll have. Remember, all the good claims are right along the stream beds.
Okay, so that's all we can do. So, we want to stake us a claim. So, just in case, let's load our game and let's see what the claim map says. Okay,
Well now, ain't this handy? This here map shows all the claims. Pick out a spot, partner, and we'll go get us some gold.
okay. As many times as I've played this game, I think I've tried just about every single spot on this entire map. But I've found the best claim to stake. Here's Chichaco Hill right here. It's actually a pretty good... you'll get some money out of it, but nothing like this one right here. This is number 1 above Bonanza Creek. This is the best claim in the entire game. And we got here early, which means we have a few extra days to work the claim, and we took Sadie as our partner. So this is the biggest payoff that you can get in this game. So let's head here.
Well, partner, here we are. If in this here claim shows some promise, we can stake her. If it don't pan out, so to speak, we'll go hunting for another claim. So pick a spot and start digging.
Okay. So just like pretty much every other claim shows this scene right here, you can pick a spot and you'll dig a little bit. You can pick a spot like here on the river. If you can find anything from a little bit of gold dust to a few nuggets to like a giant pile of nuggets. I'll just kind of show you what it does, but this is the claim that we're going to want to stake, so we won't spend a whole lot of time doing this. So you can dig here.
There you go. A little gold dust. It looks promising, but we maybe could do better somewhere else.
All right, let's test it some more.
By cracky, them are gold nuggets, sure as shootin'. I seen bigger nuggets once in Colorado, but I don't think we're likely to find a better claim than this one.
Okay, let's test it a little more.
Eureka! We just hit the mother lode. Let's stake this claim.
Okay. Alright, so we'll go ahead and say yes. Let's stake the claim. Once you stake the claim, then that's it. The game's pretty much over. It's gonna tick off time. Here's your total right here. You can click on these. These are just various ways, the different machines or different little methods for testing claims and digging for gold and whatnot. You can click on these and learn a little bit about them. The calendar will stop at around, I believe it's November 2nd. It's in early November. And then whatever you have at that point, that'll be your final total for the game. It'll say winter's coming on. It's time to cash in. And then that'll be the end of the game. So we got one more month. Okay, yeah, about 1st of November. Alright, winter's coming. It's time to cash in your gold and head for home. When you're ready to go, click on the trail sign. Alright, November 2nd. Alright, so we got us a bunch of gold, 165,000.
Congratulations, friend. You're rich. Say, you wouldn't want to bankroll an old sourdough, would you? I heard rumor of a big strike over by Nome.
Okay, thank you. Alright, Stampeders hit pay dirt. Klondike Pear among the lucky few to strike it rich. And there we go. We're at the very top. And there was the berries. We met them back in Seattle. And we actually mined more gold than they did. So we're richer than them. We got lucky. So anyway, I pretty much knew that was going to happen anyway. So anyway, so that's the Yukon Trail. And click done and it'll start you off in case you want to play again or whatever. But anyway, that's it for this game. Pretty fun. It was, kind of a neat idea. Definitely different from the Oregon Trail. I think, they were really going for the educational factor in this game. Where, not to say that the Oregon Trail is not educational, but it's nothing like this with all the dialogue and whatnot in it. And then just kind of as a bonus at the end, you get to stake a claim. And pretty much every claim will at least pay you a little bit of gold. I can't remember ever having a claim that didn't pay you at least about 10,000. And then, even then, it'll still say that you struck it rich, which back, in the late 1800s, $10,000 in gold was a lot of money, so. But anyway, that's it for that. And I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate everybody watching, and I don't know what game I'm going to do next. I'm just kind of kicking around ideas. I just decided to knock out this game just for something to do for fun. So, appreciate everybody watching, and stay tuned for my next Let's Play. Later.